Hi, women. So, welcome to Soulmate of Self, July 15th, 2018. So, continuing with our theme for this month around pleasure, really want to invite you continue to always get really present to what does pleasure mean? What is pleasure? And what I was saying at the start was we're making clear distinctions between what pleasure is versus just like um, engaging in activities that are going to self-medicate, distract, um, or like be an escapism, right? There's a total difference. So there's self-medicating behaviors, and then there's pure pleasure, and that's what we're interested in, is pure pleasure. Pure pleasure is when you're connected within your own self, your own source, and you allow source to keep giving to you, to keep allowing love through you. Okay, that's what pure pleasure is. And so I want to invite you to really continue to get present to what is pleasure for you. And I would love to hear from you on our Facebook group page, is like this continuation of what is pleasure? What is pleasure? So, like for me, pleasure is, I live in Mexico, and there's so much pleasure here in my environment. There's so much pleasure here in the life. It's very tranquilo, right? It's like, it's so relaxing. It's like, it's a slower pace of life for me, a slower rhythm. That's pleasure for me. Or the color palette of the city, of all the walls, of all the buildings. It's all like, for me, that's pleasure. When I look at all the different colors, because I love colors, I breathe in colors, I see colors, I always feel colors, I think in colors. And so the color palette of this city is total pleasure for me. Or like flowers, right? Or just like looking at flowers where sometimes they become like, I can actually see them moving, or like spinning and moving, and I can feel like oneness between me and the flower. That, to me, that's pleasure. So really get, excuse me, get in touch with more of like, okay, what are your pleasures? What's pleasure? Pleasure we can experience in every single moment, because pleasure is just, it's life force, it's our source, it's love, it's light, it's allowing, it feels good, right? Pleasure feels good. It's allowing yourselves to feel good. It's allowing your source, allowing your love, allowing your light. So in order to feel pleasure, pleasure is directly related to the level of self-love that you allow yourself to feel within yourself. So we then moved in, we used some sound healing, some tuning forks, and some sound healing to open up your space. Because what I saw was there was this like congestion within your mind, maybe, your body, your life, between like kind of like feeling what's your feelings to feel, what's someone else's feelings to feel, right? So we went on in and created a bunch of space so that you could kind of have some more space in your thoughts and in your body and in your life for you to just be present with yourself, and for you to feel yourself, okay? For you to feel the spaciousness of that you are. So within that, there was a whole lot then that we worked on within your solar plexus chakra. So your solar plexus chakra is literally like right below your heart space, and it's the energy of the sun. It's that solar energy, and it's the element of fire. So we really were working with the recent solar eclipse that we had, of that energy, and allowing that solar eclipse energy to really cleanse and purify up your solar plexus. So it came on in perfectly related and connected. And so we clean and cleared up your solar plexus and allowed it to spin cleaner and clearer, and allowing more of your source energy through your solar plexus chakra. And the solar plexus is where I was seeing a lot of like this like stuck or absorbed energy, right? That's where we as empaths absorb other people's emotions and other people's energies into the solar plexus. So we cleansed and we purified all of that, and opening each of you up then to more compassion for yourselves. So cleaning and clearing up your space, and allowing for you to feel more spaciousness, and cleaning up the solar plexus so that you can feel more compassion for yourself. It's a little bit more like this. It's a little bit, what I invite for each of you, it's less compassion for others, and it's more compassion for self. That's what's being called for. Tuning into the space of this group here, every one of us within Soulmate of Self where women and everyone within the group are compassionate human beings. Um, Absorbing maybe the world around you easily, right? Being an empath, right? Absorbing, being so overly compassionate for others, where a lot of times maybe you're more compassionate for others than you are for yourself. So we're really bringing and opening up this self-compassion, which is self-love. Okay, so we're working with that, bringing that in so that when you allow yourself that self-compassion, then you allow yourself to feel your inner child, your inner girl. You allow yourself that love to come through. Okay, so this is about like self-love, your inner girl, loving her up. Okay, and allowing for you to just keep feeding her back love, feeding her back love, feeding her back love, fueling her back love, fueling her back love. And pleasure is self-love. Pleasure is just allowing source energy through you. Pleasure is allowing your little girl, your woman self, your beingness to be loved. Pleasure is life loving you in all of the infinite ways that life can love you, right? Through, like I was saying, through like flowers or through the birds chirping. That's life. When we allow it and we receive it, that's life loving you. You're allowing life to love you, which means your life, and you're allowing yourself to love you. Okay, so just take a breath in with that. And then exhale, and then feel your feet rooted. We're gonna move into some downloads right now around this practice, around pleasure, around compassion, around self-love, and around allowing yourself pleasure. Okay, so just allow another deep breath in and out, and you can say yes out loud to these downloads. And we've already run the energy and moved the energy, and your energy is still moving through you. We've already gone through these downloads with you in our actual session. And now we're going to bring it to your consciousness, and you can say yes out loud. And every time that you listen and you say yes to these downloads and you receive them, it's just going to go deeper for you. It's going to strengthen for you. Okay. So just breathe on in and feel your beautiful hearts. I am spacious. I am space. I am infinite space. I am light. Love is light. I am love. Pleasure is love. Pleasure is light. I am worthy of feeling my own love. I am worthy of feeling my own light. I am worthy of feeling pleasure. I am worthy of allowing pleasure. I am worthy of allowing pleasure. I am worthy of allowing pleasure. Life loves me by allowing me to feel pleasure. I allow myself to love me. I allow myself to feel pleasure. I allow pleasure. I allow love. Source is love. Source is light. I am love. I am light. I am source. Pleasure is love. Pleasure is light. I am pleasure. I am source. I am love. I am light. I am pleasure. I am pleasure. I am pleasure. I allow pleasure. I am source. I allow source. I am source. I am source. Okay, breathe that in and just allow all of that energy to just fill you up with this love and this light and this pleasure. Good. And aligning with your solar plexus from within, your confidence, feeling aligned and powerful and lined up within you. Breathing that on in. Your solar plexus is also your motivation, determination to take action in the direction of your dreams. To take action from inspiration, from within you, from your source. Beautiful. and allowing yourself full permission to experience self-love within you, gushing through you and within you, and to experience compassion within you, self-compassion within you, self-love, self-respect, self-regard, setting very clear boundaries in your life, setting very clear yeses and stating very clear yeses and very clear nos, lining up with those very clear yeses, right? Allowing full permission for self-love, and rejoining and allowing your little girl to rejoin with you as the woman that you are. Okay, your purity of self, of heart, of being. Beautiful. So just breathe on in and feel your feet, feel them rooted and grounded. And we're beaming up your outer layer chakras and your auric field, your force field. Beautiful. It's purified. It's strong. It's clean and clear. It's pulsating strongly. Okay, and that's your space. No one can come into it without your permission. Beautiful. So women, your practice is to keep allowing yourself to feel pleasure. Really pay attention throughout the day. The simple pleasures and the big pleasures. The simple, seemingly simple pleasures, they're not so simple. Meaning they're simple, yet they bring grand, enormous amounts of love and source surging through you. And it's through the allowing of your simple pleasures that will allow for you to experience the bigger pleasures, that will allow yourself to experience more prosperity. Prosperity, soul wealth, is the same as allowing your pleasures. It's the same exact source. It's the same exact way and approach. So the more that you allow your pleasures, the more that you're allowing your prosperity. Okay? So please continue to share. What are you noticing that comes up for you around your pleasures? What are your pleasures? You can even take images, photos, share it with our group page. Okay, share anything that might be coming up for you. If you're experiencing any kind of resistance around it, please share. If you're experiencing it, most likely someone else is as well. So anytime you share, you're always being of service for others as well. Okay, good, good. Women, thank you so much. So much. Sending each of you so much pleasure, self-love, allowing all your source and all of your self-love to be gushing through from within you, and for you to be connected within yourself, within your own love, your own light, your own source love, and then to live your life from that place and to share with the world around you, but from you being connected within. Good. Women, have a beautiful rest of your day. Sending you each love and light, abundance and prosperity, always. Okay. Love you. Bye for now.